Have you ever imagined that a single decision made by one music group could trigger a chain reaction across the world within just a matter of hours? Not only becoming the center of discussion among fans, but also capturing the attention of international media, music industry analysts, and public figures who all felt compelled to share their perspectives. That is exactly what happened when BTS made a surprising announcement regarding the Grammy Awards. What initially appeared to be a disagreement over an award category gradually evolved into a much larger conversation. The discussion was no longer just about BTS. Instead, it became a global debate about fairness, representation, and how the music industry should recognize artists in an era where national boundaries are becoming increasingly irrelevant. Within hours, social media was flooded with opinions. Fans from every continent exchanged their views, while entertainment media across Asia, Europe, and North America published their own analyses. Some praised BTS for taking a courageous stand, while others questioned whether their decision could truly inspire meaningful change. Despite the different opinions, almost everyone agreed on one thing: this was far from an ordinary Grammy controversy. The conversation grew even larger when several public figures expressed sympathy for BTS or openly criticized the situation following the announcement of the new award category. Their reactions fueled speculation among internet users that frustration with the Recording Academy had been building for years, not only among K-pop fans but across different parts of the global entertainment industry. Amid the constant flow of information, one question continued to surface. Why would BTS, a group that has spent years making Grammy history, choose a path that appeared to distance themselves from the awards? For fans who have followed their journey from the very beginning, the answer was never as simple as it seemed. For years, BTS never hid how meaningful the Grammy stage was to their career. They became the first K-pop group to achieve several historic milestones at the ceremony, from earning prestigious nominations to performing during the main broadcast and presenting awards on one of the biggest nights in the global music industry. Each of those moments represented far more than personal success. They symbolized the breaking of barriers that many once believed were impossible to overcome. Their journey was never just about winning trophies. It became a representation of the growing influence of artists from outside the Western music industry. That is why many fans believe BTS has changed the Grammys far more than the Grammys have changed BTS. That perspective quickly became one of the most widely discussed topics across digital platforms. At the same time, a debate emerged over the meaning of the new category introduced by the Recording Academy. Some commentators argued that creating a separate category for Asian pop music could unintentionally reinforce division rather than promote inclusion. They questioned why artists who already compete on the same streaming platforms, sell out global tours, and dominate international charts regardless of nationality, should suddenly be separated by geographic region when it comes to awards. However, that viewpoint was not universally shared. Some music industry observers argued that regional categories could provide greater opportunities for talented artists who have historically received limited international recognition. From that perspective, adding new categories was seen as a way to expand recognition rather than restrict competition. These contrasting opinions revealed that the issue extended far beyond a single award. At its core, the debate was about how global music should be recognized in the modern era. BTS found themselves at the center of that discussion not because they sought the spotlight, but because their position as one of the world's most influential music groups meant that every decision they made carried global significance. Meanwhile, international media continued to closely follow the situation. Several major outlets described the controversy as one of the most significant public relations challenges the Recording Academy has faced in recent years. Many headlines questioned whether the organization had underestimated how the public would interpret its decision. On social media, the debate became even more intense. Millions of fans defended BTS's position, while others urged the public to wait for an official explanation before jumping to conclusions. Even people who had rarely paid attention to K-pop before became curious about what was really happening. That curiosity grew even stronger as critics revisited the many controversies that have surrounded the Grammy Awards over the years. Criticism of the Recording Academy is far from new. Several high-profile artists, including Drake, The Weeknd, Frank Ocean, Zayn Malik, and others, have openly questioned the nomination process, transparency, and voting system. While each controversy attracted significant public attention at the time, none fundamentally transformed the institution itself. That is why many industry observers believe the situation involving BTS carries a different kind of significance. Rather than focusing on a single nomination or one particular award result, this discussion expanded into a much broader conversation about representation in the global music industry. The rapid transformation brought about by the digital era is one of the main reasons why this topic feels more relevant than ever. Today, a song released in Seoul can become the most streamed track in Brazil within just a few hours. Fans in Indonesia, Mexico, Japan, Germany, and the United States can enjoy the same music almost simultaneously. Music no longer moves within the boundaries of traditional entertainment industries. It crosses languages, cultures, and borders at an unprecedented speed. This new reality has led many analysts to argue that award organizations now face challenges they never encountered 2 decades ago. This is where the central questions of the debate begin to emerge. Should an artist's country of origin still play a role in award systems? Should the language of a song continue to determine the category in which it competes? Or should all musicians compete on the same stage regardless of their background? Many now view BTS as the catalyst that prompted millions of people to reconsider these long-standing ideas. As the discussion continued to evolve, fans also reminded the world of BTS's historic achievements at the Grammy Awards. Before BTS, no K-pop group had reached similar milestones. Their nominations were the result of years of dedication, while their Grammy performances introduced K-pop to millions of television viewers around the globe. Their presence helped establish Korean music as a familiar and respected part of one of the entertainment industry's biggest stages. For many supporters, those accomplishments proved that BTS had already demonstrated their ability to stand alongside the world's biggest artists. From that perspective, the introduction of an additional category raised difficult questions. Some fans wondered whether separate recognition truly represented progress, while others continued to believe that the ultimate goal should be the opportunity to compete in the same major categories without any form of separation. Of course, all of these perspectives remain part of an ongoing public discussion and should not be interpreted as universally accepted facts. However, one thing is undeniable: global attention toward the issue has continued to grow. Amid the increasing public scrutiny, the Recording Academy eventually released an official statement. According to the Academy, the purpose of the new category was to provide broader recognition for artists from across Asia while celebrating the region's growing influence on the global music industry. The organization emphasized that the initiative was designed to expand opportunities, not to limit them. However, the statement did little to end the debate. Instead, it prompted even closer examination of every word that was released. Some accepted the explanation, believing that additional categories could help introduce talented artists who had previously received limited international recognition. Others, however, maintained that true equality can only be achieved when all artists compete in the same major categories, regardless of where they come from.